Has the industrial action going on in America right now delayed the announcement of Stargate? Again. Welcome to Sidetrack, your sci-fi TV and movie channel. So we've been waiting for quite a long time to finally get Stargate announced. Over the last 12 months, I've told you about several almosts and how there were ideas to announce this, back in January, and that people in the marketing were even trying to get this announced before then. But because of the way basically MGM was when Amazon took over and how Amazon wanted to completely restructure the company and then had to actually get ahead of MGM movies in place before they could basically go ahead with the project they wanted to do, it meant that this has taken a long damn time. Now, all those things are in place, and we've heard some very concrete things from lots of different sources, including people that have worked directly with the Stargate franchise in the past, that this is going ahead. That Mark Fergus will be the man in charge of the new franchise, the guys that give us The Expanse, and that we're probably going to be getting a cinematic movie first, followed by a TV series. This is all very exciting because we then heard that it was probably going to get announced at San Diego Comic-Con. Even Deadline carried this story. So we can be pretty certain, we can almost bet the house on that it was going to happen. But the writer's strike is now going into its fourth week. Now that is a problem because the industrial action is also now spreading. The Actors Guild of America is also now threatening to strike. The producers will probably follow, and the directors. The writers' strike has already meant that there's been a pretty much complete shutdown in Hollywood, as actors have not wanted to cross the picket lines. So what does all this mean for the San Diego Comic-Con and the Stargate announcement we were hoping for? Well, I have heard that as it stands right now, Amanda Tapping and Richard Dean Anderson, at the very least, were going to appear at San Diego Comic-Con. So if they are going to be at San Diego Comic-Con, we can 2 + 2 = 4 a little bit there and hope that they were going to be involved with the announcement. I basically said, look, if this is going to happen at San Diego Comic-Con, some of the Stargate actors are going to have to be there. And if we heard those rumors, then it would lead us to believe that, yes, it was going to happen, and it was going to happen in mid-June. Now, within MGM, there are a couple of voices. It's basically saying, is it really a good idea to announce this right now? And even if we do announce it, what are we actually announcing? Well, for a start, it does seem that the marketing, PR, and the executives behind this plan are kind of split down the middle a little bit. A lot of them say, look, let's just go ahead with it anyway. Screw it. Let's just do it. Let's get it done. Let's have some positive news around MGM. Let's show them that actually we're cracking on and we're going to bring things like Stargate, RoboCop, etc. to their screens as quickly as possible. The other side of that coin, though, there are people saying this is really in bad taste to announce this right now. It actually could do the opposite of bringing positivity to the company. It could actually make us look kind of callous, that we don't give a crap about the writer's strike, that we don't care about the plight of these people, that we're just a heartless company that says, screw you, we're going to crack on anyway. Now, that is a definite possibility because at the end of the day, at the moment, the writers do tend to have the public sympathy. Now, the other issue is Amazon is already seen as a non-caring corporate giant that doesn't give a crap about the writers, etc. This really would just give the people that already don't like Amazon even more ammunition. Now, there is a big concern, and I did a video about this last week, that actually the Stargate franchise will attract a lot of online negativity anyway. They called it the Rings of Power problem. That actually the Stargate franchise will get a lot of people screaming that it's going to be a woke load of rubbish, that this, that, and the other. They don't need that negativity going into it. I'm arguing actually that's why we should get Brad Wright involved with Stargate in some capacity. And we do have a petition online. There's a link in the description that you can go and sign that's already got over 3,000 signatures to say that you agree with me and that Brad Wright should, in some way, be involved in Stargate. I think it will take the wind out a lot of the sails of the people that are saying it's going to be a negative load of rubbish. And I actually think Stargate would be better if Brad Wright was involved. So MGM and Amazon want to avoid as much of that negativity as they possibly can. Maybe announcing right now is the best way to do that. So what I'm actually hearing from my sources at MGM, I have had a little bit of an update from when I talked about this in the live video yesterday. Now, apparently, there were quite a few meetings at the end of last week with PR and marketing people, and they were basically throwing around a lot of numbers, and they actually did get an outside marketing company to advise them on this as well. Apparently, that advice was don't announce anything right now. It will backfire on you, and it will make you look like you don't care. So it does look like, at the moment, they're not going to announce at San Diego Comic-Con. Does that mean it won't get announced in the next few weeks, maybe a couple of months? Well, apparently, they might just shift the idea. The apparent idea was to have all of the actors up on stage to announce this, to make the audience go crazy and to make all those skaters go crazy. They may just announce it as a press release instead. They may just release this as a, hey, look, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're working towards. Hallelujah. To be honest, I would love seeing the actors up on the stage. I'd love to see them taking questions. I'd love to see that big announcement. But I'm not going to be in the room. So, on the other hand, do I really care? No. I want them to crack on with the announcement. I want to know for certain that Stargate is coming back. The other issue, though, was what are we actually announcing? Because the writers are on strike, the actors are on strike. What are we actually saying we're doing? Now, they can say this is in early development, but no scripts can be done. So, what are they actually in early development of? Now, I have heard that there is a working first draft or second draft of a Stargate movie. That actually, this is something that Mark Fergus has been looking at and working on for 8 or 9 months now. So, in theory, they could do some of that development work. Now, they can't write anything, but executives and stuff can work with Mark Fergus and Penguin and Parker and, maybe do some work in that area. It would really depend on what Mark Fergus was willing to do. He could perhaps get around the strike stuff by saying that he's not actually writing anything. Now, that's only one possibility, and that's completely off the top of my head. But it does show the complexity of the problem. Amazon can say, we're going to do Stargate, but they can't really say any more than that. They can't really do development. They can't really start thinking about when they're going to film. Now, the rumor is, again, that they were supposed to start filming by the end of this year. That's going to be a problem if this gets delayed much further, and it's just kicking the can even further down the road. But what I can say is, according to my sources, that a lot of the work has already been done on this. Now, one of the reasons why we haven't had this announcement earlier is because the lady, Mrs. Valentina, is new to MGM. She's now the head of MGM Pictures. And that was the simple reason why these things weren't announced, because they want the cinematic release, and you need somebody in charge at MGM to be able to do that. So a lot of work and a lot of planning was already being done by Penguin and Parker. How much is really going to depend on whether we get this announced sooner rather than later. Because if a lot of the work was done, the script is done, a lot of the work with the executives at MGM, etc., on working on that script is done, then perhaps they could start thinking about actors. They could start thinking about setting up and getting ready for special effects, etc. They could start thinking about where they're going to film it and so on. Because even if the actors and the writers can't work, the executives at MGM still can. Now, if the actors also go on strike soon, I really don't know where we're going to stand with that, because they could, in theory, I imagine, still negotiate with Amazon and still talk about what they would like to do at Christmas when this finally gets filmed. But if the actors refuse to even talk to them because of the strike, then obviously that's going to slow things down again. But guys, get into the comments and tell me what you think. Is this just one delay too many? Do you actually think the Stargate franchise is at risk? That we've come this far, got so close, but just like in 2019, when we got really close to Brad Wright's return of Stargate, is it going to be snatched away from us? At the end of the day, I think the Stargate franchise is just too big and too valuable for them to miss this opportunity. That yes, okay, it might take a little bit longer because of this industrial action than we'd like, but at the end of the day, it's still going to happen. It really is when, not if. But I'd love to know exactly what you think, guys, so get in the comments. If you are new to the channel, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. It really helps us out, and you'll never miss any of our new videos. Also, you can go to patreon.com/SciTrek, where most of our new videos end up first. And for a small contribution each month that really supports the channel, you get to see them without the adverts. As always, please stay safe, and I'll see you next time.